Hello, my fellow creatively used Rumble Packs. I'm Mr. Church, and I am out of town this week, so there is unfortunately no way that I can review the Atom Shop. So I thought this would be a good time to tell you guys about a really cool resource that someone in our community has created with their own two hands. That's a useful resource and will be a good tool for you, especially today, as I will not be able to be doing the in-depth reviews that I usually do. If you're a person who watches my Atom Shop videos, you're either one of the hate watch people that give me views, and I appreciate it, or you're somebody who is sick of Bethesda's bullshit, and you want to know what's in bundles, you're tired of things being put in the wrong order, you're tired of them putting the wrong images in there, or unclear images that have a bunch of different items in, you can't tell what's what. If that's the case, I think you're really going to like what I'm about to show you. Introducing the user-friendly Atomic Shop.
Huh?
Now what you're looking at here is basically the Atomic Shop, except what you're going to notice are a few different things. First of all, you can turn on this music and it's potentially copyright. So that'll either be muted or not, depending on what happens when ad checker runs. But anyway, what you're going to see is the stuff that's currently in the Atom Shop. Now, when you're watching this is not going to be what is in here when you click on this link, because it is updated. This is actually today, as of when I'm recording this. I had to record this ahead of time, so obviously it's not what's currently in the shop. Now, this usually gets updated a few hours after the Atom Shop does, because it takes them a little while to get everything in order, and I'll show you what I mean by showing you this first response bundle. Now, if I open the actual game up and we look in the Atom Shop at the first response bundle, what you're going to see is the Scorched player title prefix, the Scorched responder helmet, the Scorched responder backpack, the responder medallion flare, first response paint, responder's bandana, responder power armor paint, and the Scorched responder outfit. As you can see, everything's obviously out of order, and these are not good images. These are what we see every single week in the shop. It's just a pile of festering waste, and they don't have the ability to put things in order, and I've heard lots of bootlickers giving all kinds of different assorted excuses for why this might be, but remember guys, this is a video game and they can change stuff because they're the developers of it. Now, if we look at the user-friendly Atom Shop again, I'm going to open that same bundle in here, and as you can see, first of all, there's some disclaimers here. Skin is craftable at power armor stations, apparel is craftable at armor workbenches, skin is craftable at weapons workbenches, that's all great. And then some of the items in this bundle were previously available individually in the Atomic Shop. That's amazing information because that is so true. This item that's in this new bundle is not a new item, okay? So that's nice that it has that there. Now, if we look through here, we've got the Responder Power Armor Paint, the Scorched Player Title Prefix, the Scorched Responder Outfit, the Scorched Responder Helmet, the Scorched Responder Backpack, the First Response Paint, the Responder's Bandana, and the Responder Medallion Flare. As you can see, they put images of the actual items instead of the fucking mess. I mean, look at these two pictures as a great example. And then if you look in the game at what they thought would be a prudent, this is what they have. It's just it's a mess. These aren't actually like really bad examples of what they do often. This kind of is though. This definitely is, because there's all kinds of Atom Shop items in this picture alone. So having that there is really nice as well. Now, a better example though that I can show you is in the greatest hits. Now, if we look at the Ghoulish bundle in the shop, you have this picture. We've got this picture, that's fine. But then you have this picture. This is for the Feral Ghoul costume and the Feral Ghoul mask. But it's unclear because there's all kinds of junk in this picture. There's this. This has some Atom Shop stuff in it. This wallpaper, this flooring. And this isn't even a bad image either. It's centered at least. This isn't that bad of an image. This one is terrible. We're looking at the back of an item that's backlit, so it's a silhouette of something, and it's it's just a joke, honestly. It's a joke. So let's look on the website now and see what that looks like in here. We'll go to greatest hits, ghoulish outfit bundle. And as you can see, not only is stuff lined up, we have an actual way better image of the Pip-Boy. Way better image of this. This shows you the Feral Ghoul costume and then the Feral Ghoul mask by itself, so you can see that on its own. And then this one they weren't able to get an image of, but this is what that I want to remind you. This is the image of this item, which, by the way, these are images taken from the shop. So like the people that are making the item shop have access to these images. Just want to remind you guys that. And this is the picture they chose for that. So which of this do you think would sell more items? It's hard to really know for sure. I just think it's a kind of a joke. So that is really nice, and it's really cool. There's also some nice things down here, like this little thing. Bethesda made a fool of themselves. There's a little clown icon, as you guys may remember. When this was put in the shop, the only thing that you could see when you clicked on this in the shop was this picture and this picture. Actually, no, it was this picture, and I believe actually it was a different. I think it was this picture and then a picture of the character wearing it, I believe. That's all. There was nothing down here. There was nothing over here. And they actually removed it from the shop because it was so fucked up. And I guess they lacked the ability to do this. But this, before it was removed, see, bundle got removed by Bethesda, the items listed should be included, but I can't guarantee it due to a lack of official data because, again, this was empty. But they did find all the stuff that was in the Robot Smasher bundle the original time it was out. And then pictures of each of those items. That's so helpful and so nice. And even in order, the cardboard robot outfit, the helmet, the paint for the assault rifle, the honeycomb paper spider lamp, the paper ghost, and the jack-o'-lantern, even though they removed it and it's grayed out now, you can see. It's really nice to have all that information, and you can see that if Bethesda really wanted to, this is something that they could easily do, in my opinion. Something else that's nice, you'll find some information in here that won't be in the normal item shop. For example, this roasted coat of arms. Interacting with the coat of arms will dispense the coat of arms outfit and helmet. This is something that they don't tell you in the item shop, which I don't mind as much that time because they're trying to make it like a special secret surprise or whatever. But it is nice to have all the information somewhere where you can look at it. Again, this stuff will be all in order and the pictures are better. And they even have pictures of the coat of arms outfit and helmet in here. And that's just really nice. And I won't be breaking my keyboard as often. Again, these are all really great pictures that they're able to put together. Something else you might have noticed over here, above where it says where it was last updated, you're going to find this right here. Now this drop down changes the currency that's being displayed. You can look at all these different currencies here, and I can change it to USDs. So this will convert the atom values. And this is a rough estimate based on SteamDB. So that won't always necessarily be exactly 100%, but it does give you an idea if you want to look at like how much money you're actually wasting. When you put it into like actual money, it changes how you view things, doesn't it? So that also helps. And of course you can use, put euros in, yen, So that's really cool. I really like that about it. And again, you can have the sound on. Now, I think my favorite thing altogether, though, when you go all the way to the end, you're going to see this preview of weekly offers. Now, in the shop, what they do is they have the free and special offers. They'll have whatever is available that day for the 22 hours. So today it's the alien power generator. And a lot of times we're able to get some, lists put together by data miners. I know Sugar Bomb Rads does a great job putting together graphics, and that I usually put in my videos as well, and I'll continue to do that going forward, of course. But this website is also really helpful in that regard as well, because if you click on weekly offers, you can see everything that's going to be in the shop every day for the fucking entire month. This is actually so awesome. This is awesome. So you guys can look ahead and see if there's something that's going to be there on that day. Because these are only in the shop for 24 hours each. So tomorrow, this will no longer be in the shop, and this will be, etc., etc. So you guys can look at it and be like, oh, this day they're gonna have this. I'm gonna remember to go in, because Bethesda is now uploading this information onto their website. So all this information is compiled from there. So because of that, it does take a little bit of time for these pages to be put together, because sometimes Bethesda takes their time putting that information out. But once it's out, this will be updated regularly as well. So this is great. And it's honestly, this is just like I think my favorite thing about this whole website. So that's really cool. Obviously, a really handy tool. Down here, you're going to be able to find some frequently asked questions if you have anything. This can tell you how it works. It tells you how to browse it. It tells you about the pricing, how they get the prices, how often it's updated, which is, by the way, usually on Tuesdays, a few hours after, like I said earlier. And then you can actually share individual items if you want to send it to somebody else. And then you can also support the project here. And there is a GitHub where you can submit images so that when they're putting together these bundles, to have these clear images that don't have like all the mess of the other shit in the background images that Bethesda puts together in 12 seconds, then they'll have a bigger library of items of images to work from. So it truly is a invaluable resource, and it's definitely something I'm going to be referencing going forward in my videos. But I thought this week, as I'm out of town and unable to do it, will be a great opportunity for you guys to use this website and to, figure out, see if you like it, see about that. You guys are welcome as well to leave feedback and stuff in the comments of this video, because the person who has been working on this website, I've been in contact with, and they'll be reading those comments as well. So if you guys have any suggestions or feedback on it, you can leave it down there as well. They'll be sure to get back to the person behind this project. Also, this week will give you a great opportunity to kind of familiarize yourself with this. And I'm still going to be back next week with a normal Atom Shop review. So don't worry about that. We'll be continuing our normal weekly updates. I'm just out of town this week. That's all. That's why this is different. But again, a great opportunity to introduce you guys to this. I've seen it floating around in the community, but I want to make sure you guys all had the awareness of this that you should, because it's a really, really great tool, super helpful, and I hope that you guys get as much use out of it as I do, because it is truly helpful. I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to my patrons and channel members for your support. My channel would look very different if it wasn't for you guys' support, and I really appreciate it. If you guys are interested in supporting the channel in that way, the link for that will be in the description. But all the likes, comments, and subs, they help so much, and I really appreciate it. If you guys aren't in the Discord, consider joining the Discord. It's a great community, and I also stream on Twitch. Follow me on Twitch, and I will see you guys in the next video.